What's up, BMT fam? Tonight we got a special guest, Dave Fox, and tonight we're going to hypnotize you. Let's get into this. Hey, buddy, what is up? What is up? You got Puma on the mic.
You got Charles the Future.
We are the future, Charles.
Future Charles, not them.
Not them,
no
not
longer
ever them.
matter.
They no longer matter. And of course, we got our special guest, Dave Fox, in the house. How you doing, Dave?
Fantastic. Good to see you guys.
Good to have you. And we cannot forget Bucky's on the ones and twos in the back, holding it down like he always is.
Yeah, I'm still here, I guess.
He's still here. He's still here. He's still here. Today's an interesting show.
It is.
Yeah. Well, number one, Dave, you live an interesting life. Let me just put it that way. I mean, you do a lot of interesting things. Now, what do you actually do? What is?
I'm a hypnotist.
He's a hypnotist. So, you know what? I think we were talking about this earlier, that when you go out and you tell people that you're a hypnotist, there's many different reactions that you get. Like for some people, there's a stigma against it. For some people, they're all in. I don't know
What kind of reaction you get from the people when you tell them?
So I get three different reactions. Number one, there's people who don't even know what hypnosis is. To them, it doesn't even exist, right? Like they have no concept. They're like, what's that? That guy is rare. There's people who just really don't care. It's like this in-between space. And then we got the polar opposites from there. We got the people who are scared. Some people I've seen even step back when they find out I'm a hypnotist.
Really?
I've heard people say, I'm scared of you.
So I mean, what are they scared of?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, I think that some people, they're scared to lose control. So I think there's a type of person who they don't drink, they don't use drugs, they don't like to be out of control at all.
Right.
There's other people who are like more like, I guess they don't do anything really crazy, or they're not that scared.
Is it fear that you go take away something they liked, they're addicted to?
I think they're scared that they're gonna turn into some machine, and I'm gonna hack into them and make them do whatever
Right.
I want them to do.
Well, so like you said, they have their own structured life. Maybe doing hypnotism is something that kind of takes away that
I think they
the
don't
idea
really,
of control.
They actually, some of them, they think I have like some superpowers that I don't have.
Yeah.
You know, even though I've seen some really amazing things, and I've been constantly amazed and shocked, because I have a lot of hypnotist friends, and so when we see like what they're doing and what they're up to, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like I can't believe like they're expanding this field and moving
Right.
on into these different directions that I didn't even think was possible. Like I was shocked to find out that
Yeah.
you know, you can make someone forget their name, and you would think that's one thing you would definitely know pretty much your whole life, right?
Right. Exactly. I mean, I've been Puma my whole life.
Yeah.
He's been Charles his whole life. So you can get us to stop recognizing our own name, or
Well,
change.
it's a possibility. Obviously, it doesn't work on all people.
Right.
But This is in the realm of possibility,
Yeah.
in what's possible in hypnosis.
Right. So okay, and because we were having discussions about this before. It's like it doesn't necessarily work for every person. It's not one type for like end all be all.
What
for
is the
all
percentage
kinds.
again you can manage?
There's 30% of the people, they're called somnambulists, and basically if you look in the dictionary, somnambulist means sleepwalker, and so it's actually people who walk or talk in their
Right.
sleep. So if you walk or talk in your sleep, there's a chance you're a somnambulist, which that's actually what a somnambulist is. So if the thing is, when you sleep, there's supposed to be like this sleep paralysis kind of thing going on, where
Right.
you're not supposed to act out your dreams. They're not supposed to leak out.
Correct.
Okay, so even though you're experiencing something, you're not acting it out. Now, the people who have the sleepwalking thing, they actually act it out.
Right. So that's the whole concept of sleepwalking, is that they're actually living their dreams.
Yeah, they're like actually having a dream,
so,
but
so it's important to not wake them up, right?
Oh, is that true? Is that a misnomer?
well,
It's-
you know
should
what?
not wake-
I'm not like a sleepwalking expert,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you what I do know. So there is actually these weird conditions where They do say don't wake them up.
Because
Right.
you might go somewhere else in your mind, no?
I don't know why they said they might get violent or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you don't even know what they're going. Because see, have you ever had a dream and then the dream, like, you know, your dream will incorporate things in your surroundings. Like, let's say
Right.
that the trash truck is coming and it's making noise.
Yes, yes.
And then next thing you know, there's like something going on in your dream with that noise, and it just
Correct.
incorporates it.
Yeah.
If you had I don't know, some type of music or the TV was on, that could incorporate in your
Right.
dream. Actually, that's one of the things is when you sleep, you're not supposed to have any type of sound and stuff around
Right.
because you can get brainwashed in their sleep.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I've dealt with. Like I've studied. I haven't really told you this much, but I've studied dreams because I was having
Nice.
intense dreams.
Nice.
I would have them all the time, and I would remember everything about them. There was a period where I would remember every single dream.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I would to the point where I was like, I started realizing I was in those dreams, and then I would just kind of like do insane things.
That's called lucid dreaming.
lucid
You
dreaming.
take
I would
control
have
of the
this
dream.
thing. So for many years, I was studying dreams and like what they mean, and I can kind of tell you, like, if you had a dream, I can kind of tell you like what you're dealing subconsciously, because it's
Fascinating.
your subconscious
I like
thought acting out through your dreams to make you process your day-to-day things. But I have noticed that where, like you said, there's like you hear like the beep of the garbage truck, and now you hear like you could be in the hospital and you hear like it's a beep,
Sure.
you know, things like that.
Anything can incorporate something
Right.
from the TV. There's also a thing in sleepwalking where people will sleepwalk and go get food. They'll actually wake up with yeah.
So they're sleeping and they're like,
Yeah, they go get a snack.
I need a Whopper.
I think they might need to maintain their blood sugar throughout the night, so they actually go get a snack, but they're not aware, and then they'll wake up with like some cheese in the freaking next to their pillow and like some breadcrumbs and stuff,
Right,
and they're like,
where did this come from?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
where's this
Yeah.
from?
How about the people who are like, you're sleeping, but you're paralyzed, you can't move.
Oh,
That's
sleep
sleep paralysis.
Now, I don't.
Yeah.
I like to get into this one.
You have
What,
to you?
you've,
Of course,
it's-
I-
It's happened
you've
to
had
me
it
too.
before.
No.
I mean, I could describe what I know, and the things. I mean, they could say it's something that's. People want to say it's something scientific, where it's just something where your body is like not transferring from REM sleep to awake and lucid dreaming, right?
lucid dreaming is you have to be. I can tell you my own experience
Yeah.
with that and my theory.
Right.
Do you want me to do that now?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay, so when your body is tired but your mind is still awake,
Yes.
you can wake up in your dream.
Yeah.
But some people, there's ways you can train yourself.
Yes.
Like what they do is you can have a timer that goes off on your phone.
Right.
And so let's say the timer goes off.
Right.
You look at your phone and then you got to say, is this reality or is this a dream?
Right.
Yep.
You know, and you do that like 20 times a day or something.
I was gonna say, like, because I used to have nightmares when I was younger, and
Yeah.
the one thing that I was told to do is tell myself in the dream that this is a dream. Like, I know sometimes it's hard to do that, but
Oh,
I've
yeah.
told myself numerous times,
Yeah.
this is a dream, and like automatically you'll start controlling it.
Right.
It only happens when it's a lucid dream, though.
Right.
This is my experience, though. But like, I don't know.
You have to be. The thing is,
but you have to be
we're
conscious
not.
about
Yeah,
it,
you have to be
right?
conscious.
Yes.
And you know what? I like the term someone said. That he said lucid living, right?
Lucid
so
living.
actually, some people are
Ah.
asleep even now. They're like they can't eat. I know it's hard to believe, right?
Right.
See, because we think everybody's just like us, right? So if you have like a mild sense of awareness, you think everybody's got a mild sense of awareness. If you have a high sense of awareness, you think
Right.
everybody's got that kind of capacity. You might have some rare capacities that's just one of a kind.
It could be.
But you
right?
think everybody else is equipped with the same equipment and the same
Right.
stuff. But it's not like that. And so as far as if you get nightmares, they say eat protein before you sleep, because if your blood sugar drops, your body goes into stress and you get nightmares.
Yeah.
So that's how you can stop that.
I
That's
mean,
interesting.
that has happened where you had like the wrong type of meal right before you go to sleep, and it manifests because it's affecting your body, so your body's reacting,
Right.
and it manifests in your dreams.
Again, growing up, people would tell me like not to eat before I go to sleep because
Right.
you got to digest that food, and depending on what you eat, apparently,
Yeah.
causes nightmares.
Eat something spicy.
Because
Tell me how it
eat
goes.
something- yes.
Yeah, right.
Well, there's another thing you don't want to eat at night because you need that gravity to pull that food down.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, the gravity is actually pulling that food through you.
Right.
So, but when you're laying down, now you don't have the gravity
Right.
doing its
So
thing.
it's kind of
it's just laying there.
sitting there.
I'm sure it'll push it through, but it's not the same. So they say it's very stressful. Don't eat
Then-
after 7.
Then how do astronauts deal with that?
Yeah, how the hell do astronauts do it?
Oh, so let's take away gravity. Let's take away one of those. You know.
I'm pretty sure they drink some pill to accelerate your body, no? I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think what I believe they do is they kind of try to create some sense of gravity by spinning their ship.
Their body.
I think they got
The ship-
something that they
yeah.
do, but I'm sure it pushes through anyway. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's got like these
Well,
muscle
yeah,
things,
yeah. But I
contractions
mean,
and stuff.
nonetheless, whatever you eat has to go down your dietary tract.
I was gonna say,
but your body
let's
will
say
still
they go
push
to the
it.
bathroom. How they manage to do that?
You know
When
what?
I- when
Those
I-
people are like super athletes. By
I think they stick them. Yeah,
They are like-
there's some ways. I mean, I don't know if I want to go into like the specifics of gravity and
And poop.
taking a dookie.
Yes.
It's like get into all that.
Get through.
They go to the
Get pushed.
restroom somehow on the space station
Yeah.
so, without gravity.
They'll spin themselves around. So
Probably
it
have some
kinda-
type of device. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure they
I'm
thought of all this.
All right, we're getting off tangents. But as for sleep paralysis, I mean, a lot of people feel it is spiritual. It is something otherworldly, I don't know if you believe that kind of stuff, right?
Do you
Some
watch
people
the-
do.
When you say sleep paralysis, what do you mean by that?
Where you're physically, like you're awake, but your
Oh,
body can't
but
move.
your
Your
body
eyes
can't
are closed.
Okay.
I mean,
You
a
feel
lot,
like somebody's pressing down on your
some people,
chest.
some people
Okay,
think
Okay, that could be. You know, like if I don't know if you guys ever been terrified.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you get really scared,
Yes.
like let's say you thought someone was breaking in the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, so to me, it's kind of like when a bear attacks, right? Like your best defense is to just fucking die. Like if you were dead, it'd be like, fucking
yeah,
no
play,
threat
play
here.
possum.
Yeah. So I think at some point, like when there is, you know, it's that fight or flight kind of thing. So when you know that you can't really
Right.
defend yourself and
Right.
you're fucking weak and you feel weak and you think
Yeah.
something fearful is there, maybe just not do anything is like you're more safe.
Right.
Because it happened
yeah.
to me.
Because you
when-
can't do shit
when I was
anyway.
sleeping that
Like the
time.
most you can do is get up and get beat up. Like that's you know.
Right.
Because I was sleeping and I literally just turned around. Then I was supposed to like turn again, but I couldn't anymore. That moment, like something.
You were
got
locked.
stuck?
You were locked
I
in.
could.
But wait, you were asleep?
No, I literally just moved.
You were awake.
So you
Awake.
were awake a moment
Yeah.
before.
Then I
You turned.
Then I didn't feel comfortable with that position, so I
Yeah.
was going to move again, but
Yeah.
I couldn't. I feel something jumping top of me.
You felt like the pressure on top
Pressure
of
on
you.
top of me.
Yeah.
But you had just woken up, right?
It was like a sleep turn.
That
A
he's in-
sleep turn.
Yeah.
So you're aware, but you're asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is being awake in your dream.
But this
I was not dreaming.
he was half awake.
Yeah,
so he
because
was.
I was like,
Gotcha.
Did you by
Gotcha.
chance see what the time was?
it was like around 2-3 in the morning.
Of course
Alright.
it was.
I'm gonna tell you guys something.
Of course it was. Yeah.
This might sound crazy.
Yeah.
But you could actually have a dream
Yeah.
and then wake up in your bed
Yes.
and you could still be in a dream
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you think you just woke up in your
Oh yeah,
bed.
I've had that. I've
I only
definitely
had
had
like
that.
3 times in my life. I had the feeling. Like,
But anyways, for me, it's a spiritual thing. Like I honestly, 99.9% of the things you're dreaming is subconscious. Your body is trying to function, the things going on. But I do feel like there is that small percentage where like you just can't understand it.
There's
And-
phenomenon out there.
Yeah, and,
for
this,
sure.
and this sleep paralysis is definitely one of those things.
But like you said, he felt something get on him.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I know like I don't deal with witchcraft or
Right,
any of that stuff,
right.
but I know some people are experts
Right.
in that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a whole different
So,
science.
I just got a little because I'm reliving mine because I've had a really
So you
strong
had
one.
those?
Yeah.
So
Again,
you-
Oh,
this
you've
is,
had an experience like that?
oh yeah, this is why it's partially. Remember when I was having those strong dreams? I've actually had this type of moment where, so I had a dream before.
how can you say? How
I
long
know
was-
exactly what happened.
How long ago was this?
This was probably
5 years ago, maybe?
15 years ago.
God damn, that long ago?
Yeah, 15 years ago. Well, I've learned to overcome it. I've learned to
Yeah.
take control of it and not not let it happen.
Have you talked about the dream
Absolutely.
and it never came back?
So I
right?
used to so because of my dreams, because I would have intense dreams, I have a dream book and I would write down everything that happens
Sweet.
and I would
Yeah.
I would draw the
That's
things that I would
deep.
see.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Fucking badass.
So I had a bad dream. It was
must
like
have been really bad.
it was really bad. So it was I could see like a staircase. There was a living room. It was dark. There was light. There was light shining through.
But somewhere you used to live, or you
No.
just imagine?
This is
somewhere
why
else?
you learn how to interpret dreams because
Yeah.
of this dream.
Yes.
Damn, that sounds like fucking Nebuchadnezzar's dream.
Yeah.
This motherfucker bothered so
the
much.
water. So there was water on the floor. I was like I couldn't move. I could see it. I could see this happening. Like I was in my body. I could see it happening. The water was on the ground. You could splash into it, and then I heard a woman screaming with her child, and then all of a sudden, I saw them flying down the stairs, hitting the ground, and then it went dark. and then all of a sudden a face popped up in front of my face. Like it popped up in my face.
that
It was
work?
evil face. Okay, it was like
Okay.
Resident
you up that
Evil
moment?
shit.
and then it was like flashing like strobe lights. See, I'm getting chills because I'm remembering this. And then I remember, and then that's when I started, like, I got out of the dream, but then I couldn't move. It was sleep paralysis. And I felt tight. And I tried, I'm like, and like, in my mind, I'm like, let
So
go of me. I know what's happening. Let go of me now.
So you thought it was like a soul trying to get in your body?
Yeah. Something was definitely holding me down. And as soon as I said, let me go now, it let me go. I stood up, straight up, in my bed. And it was 2, 3 in the morning. It was dead silent. My door was closed, but when I woke up, I heard like something running away through like the halls out of my bedroom.
Wow.
That is wild, bro.
So you believe in the 2, 3 o'clock demon stuff?
I mean, there's something to it, right? But the thing is, once you let it know that it's there, that you understand that its presence and you know what it's trying to do. For me, if you just tell it like to go away, like you have no control over me. Usually,
This is happening in this house you live right now?
yes.
No.
This house. It's happened in my old house too. So again, I would say 99% of dreams can be understood just by knowing what's going on with your life. If you have food, if you're dealing with problems. But there's that 1% like that, the one that I just explained to you.
Some dreams are a fucking straight out message. I
Yes.
have a my
100%.
understanding of dreams is kind of a little weird.
Yeah.
But please continue your story. I'll tell you after.
No, but that's the basic story.
But the face bothered you, right?
The face I have the book. I can show you the face. I can show you my
no
drawing.
bullshit.
I literally woke up. I heard the running out of,
And then the running,
and then I had the dream book next to me because I used to have it right next to me. I got up. I drew the
face.
face
That's cool.
and the scene of the room and how the bodies were falling. I'm not a good artist.
No, that's awesome though. Hey, at least you tried.
But yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
mean, like that's the trick. So to remember your dreams, you have to like have a dream book with you.
Yeah, that I used to do that too. We call it a dream diary.
Dream diary. That's what it is.
And basically, you got 30 seconds to remember as much as you can when you wake up. And in the beginning, it's a little hard, but if you keep doing it every day, this is what you do. You just take as soon as you wake up, you just like almost like doing a push-up. You just got to put in some reps, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you just try to like focus on that one thing. How much can I remember? What like if you could just take a couple fragments, be like, all right, let's see if we could find some more.
Yeah.
After about 2 weeks, you'll remember about 3 to 5 dreams a night.
Oh, yes.
And you remember a lot, like almost the whole thing. Like pretty much the whole thing.
I have memories. I don't want to tell you
What do you
so
mean
many
bad?
of them.
What do you mean
'cause
bad? You want to dream something it was bad?
Yeah, you can dream bad and good
But-
things.
but-
But
No,
And
but I'm
by-
saying, isn't it bad? You keep
no. Actually, what it
recurring
is.
dreams are something you're dealing with. They're actually not horrible.
Actually, my theory on dreams
Yes.
is this. My theory is that dreams is okay. I believe that we're here, but we're not here. But we're somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah.
But between where we are and here, there's like the program has to load.
Right.
And I believe that the dream is this in between thing. To me, it's like almost like code.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you see stuff in the dream and then it happens here. So I believe the dream downloads this reality. That's why they kind of like tell you that dreams ain't real. Just forget about it. Dude, it's like 1/3 of your life.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. You motherfuckers are
Right.
crazy.
Well, and here's the funny thing
You
because
remember the movie Doctor Strange? Supposing when you're dreaming, you're like somebody else, but you're the same person.
right, it's just another
I don't know. You watched
Reality.
another reality.
Yeah.
Right. The multiple.
The multiple realities there are.
But yeah, but I like how you say it because it's information that's downloading, right? And it is because we're downloading information.
It's not just downloading to you, it's downloading the reality.
Yes.
Now, I believe
How it's interpreted by our brain is the part that makes the dream weird because you could be flying, you could be right.
But I also believe when you lucid dream, you start taking control of the program, and the program can download weird.
That's true. So are you saying that you can be Neo?
You know what? What you can do is you can start. It's like being a hacker, but the thing is this.
Yeah.
Okay, just imagine if you were Neo and you could do some things, but you were like how do you say, an untrained Neo, and you could actually do some things and not everything.
we have one. Oh, hold on one second. Guys. Hold on one second. Which one?
Technical difficulties.
Where?
equipment.
See, something was wrong in the matrix here because we.
So what I was saying is
Yeah.
basically is the fact that
Yeah. Before you, let's see. There we go.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like altering stuff that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I gave you access to some like high tech thing. Let's say you were being a hacker, and
Right.
then we let you, like, I don't know,
Right.
someone cracked it in, right?
Yeah.
Like, we cracked you into the fucking network.
Right.
But and I'm like, all right, Puma, take over, and you're like, all right, you have confidence, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have competence, so you start messing with shit. All of a sudden, it's gonna turn weird, right?
Right.
The master will know exactly what needs to be tweaked to get what.
Right.
You know, but since you're not a master, you're like a newbie.
Right.
You can make a whole fucking mess, bro.
Right.
So that's actually what I believe.
I like that. I like that. You have confidence, but not competence.
It happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Boxers get in the ring with that confidence,
Yeah.
but they don't. Someone's gonna lose, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna steal that. I'm stealing that one. That's for sure. All right. So we did delve a little bit. We tangent a little, but okay. Hypnotism. So what got you into doing that in the first place?
It's a very fascinating story. When I was
What,
growing up,
what age made you like, shit, I'm good to this?
what age did I? Okay, so when I was like growing up as a kid,
Right.
pretty much like 5-year-old, you know, like as early as I can remember, there were stories in my family. We had an ancestor in Iran, and he was a hypnotist that worked for the king, the Shah of Iran,
Wow.
and his
So he's like at the top of the top.
He's definitely, like, obviously, out of all the people that are born and live in a country, he was able to shine, and with his abilities
Right.
get recognition from the top of their
Really?
society. I mean, the king is the top,
Right.
you know, and he wasn't just recognized; he was respected and worked for the king.
Right.
And his job was to meet emissaries, royalty, diplomat, and business people who would come to the country. And his job was to show them around the city and conduct business with them. But no matter where he took them, even if it was like fields of rubble and like dry fields and like broken things, and
You rebuild it again.
no,
No?
those people would think they were seeing the most amazing architecture and the most amazing fields of gardens, fields of flowers, the most amazing nature they've ever seen. They would be
So-
blown away for the beauty of Iran.
So through those interactions
Persia.
with your, was it you say,
My ancestor.
one of your ancestors?
Yeah.
In the conversations, he could get people.
This
to
was
start,
400 years ago.
Yeah, so he could get
So-
people to see things that weren't there just because the way he did
Yeah,
his art.
because the way that the way he did his craft and the way he communicated,
Right.
He was a very powerful, impactful force,
Yeah.
and he was able to take these people and show them this amazing experience.
Right.
And you know, growing up hearing this as a kid, we also had some other like ecclesiastical members who were like very high rank in the in the how do you say, the church, and but that never really interested me. You know,
Right.
that was like, all right,
That was the extreme, you feel?
extreme. Well, I guess you can say it's almost like one extreme to the other, right?
Right.
Well, I more was fascinated by this man. Like, to me, he was this magical character.
Right.
And just like we were saying that there was the three type of people.
Yeah.
There was the one that gets scared,
Right.
the ones that don't know or don't care.
Right.
And then the third type was the other polar opposite, which is they're so fascinated to meet me.
Yeah.
So this was one of those characters for me.
Yes.
You know, growing up hearing about this guy, I was like, how is that even possible? You know,
You just
like,
wanted to know more. Like,
yeah. I was like, is that even real?
Yes.
So when I came here about like 6 years ago, I went to an energy healer. My mother said, hey, your friend said, go see this energy healer. She's the real deal. I was like, all right. And then I called them and they said, well, who referred you? Because they just don't take anybody.
Right.
You were here or you're
Here. So I'm like, well, you're the psychic. Why don't you tell me? And because my mom said she's a psychic, right?
Yeah.
So
So it runs in your family then.
what? The hypnosis.
Yeah.
Also, they have some spiritual abilities too.
Right.
So, and also like very high intellect. And we got like 20 doctors on my father's side. We got like 6 students right now.
Right.
One is teaching at a university, and she's teaching medical stuff,
Right.
and one of my cousins also the director of the organ transplant department of her
nice.
hospital in Armenia. So I got one of their brains
Right.
So-
So you went to this
to this energy healer,
this energy healer,
and
she wanted to test you, and you're like, well,
she said she looked at me and she
Right.
looked at my aura and she said, you have the aura of a master healer. I go, what do you mean? What does that even mean?
Right.
You know? And she's like, well, she says you can heal people. You can heal the masses. She said, you can reach people other people can't reach.
really?
And I go, well, how do I do that? Like, what can I do? You know?
Mhm.
She goes, you can do everything I can do and more. I was like, well, how do I do it? I go, can you teach me? She said,
So
yeah.
unlock your auras on your body or your
Yeah.
mind.
She say what?
Open your auras, like stronger, make it.
Well, I don't know what she had in mind,
Right.
But the thing is, she said that basically. I go, well, how do you know? And she said all of the master healers have the exact same aura. Okay, she said it's gold with some purple in it, right?
Okay.
And she goes, that's what you got, and or it's purple with some gold. Yeah, it's
Right.
purple with some like little bit of gold in it. And he goes, all of them. He goes, all of them. They have the same aura. So he's like, you got the capacity, and
It's
then,
up to you to access it if you want to, or
Right.
try to develop it.
well, she said you probably already know this.
Yeah.
She said you can heal with your hands and your mind.
Yeah.
And she goes, you probably already know this. I go, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And but I don't know like to what extent.
Right.
You know? And so I asked her to teach me and she never did, you know, and then one day I went to an event and an NLP event, which is called Neuro Linguistic Programming. It's like a verbal type of hypnosis. They go into the mind, they can change. So I don't want to delve too much into that because
Right,
it's a really big field, but it's very fascinating
Right.
because there's the mind is compartmentalized and there's certain places that hold certain things.
Okay.
Like I could do a
Right.
quick demonstration, which is really interesting. Like if I ask you guys to think of a certain something,
Okay.
you're gonna check this out. All right.
Let's do this.
So
Let's do it because
think of someone you love.
Okay.
All right. Think of your favorite place.
Okay.
All right. Think of the future.
The future. Okay.
Okay. Think of something you hate.
Like a thing
Anything.
or a person.
Whatever.
You say in general.
The worst food. Your worst food.
Okay, got it.
Okay, the worst meal you ever had.
Okay.
All right. All right. Now, I'm going to give you guys some insight and then I'm going to ask you the same type of questions, right?
Okay.
And now you're going to understand really quickly.
Okay.
So now you will notice that every time I ask you to think of something, I'm actually giving you a command. I'm actually telling you to do something. But besides that, every time you think of something, a memory, your eyes go to a certain place because they're all categorized in a certain place. So like technically, like some people, they could use that as information. So if I could find out where you keep things that you hate or love, I can take your like girlfriend
Right.
or boyfriend. Like let's say some people use it in weird ways like
Right.
that. They can take the boyfriend
Yes.
and move that boyfriend into the people they hate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. Because when you were asking me these questions, I
And
started
they would do
looking
it. They would
certain
do it
ways.
like this. They would do it like this. So it would be like this. It would be like, let's say, okay. I'm not condoning this type of behavior.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let's just say it was for food, right? Let's say we gave you some good nutritious food, but
Okay.
you don't like it, right?
Okay.
So you got some idea of you're disgusted, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So but what we can do is like take that food and then every time we mention it, once I find out like the stuff that you love is on this side, right?
Uh-huh.
So when I'm talking to you, when I say the food, I'll be like, hey, you know, imagine the burgers over here. You
Yeah.
know, like look at the burger. You know, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden we'll start changing where that thing can fit into.
Right.
And
Right.
then- And then what happens is when you think of the burger, you start thinking on this side.
right.
And if you didn't like burgers, and it would be on this side,
Yeah.
because for you the stuff you don't like is down, and the stuff you like is like up.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's specific for everybody. So
Right.
just because yours is that way, that doesn't mean his is that.
It's like
Right.
it's like they say when you go to McDonald's or Burger King, they have the colors to make you hungry.
Interesting.
Just the colors like the McDonald's. For some reason red makes you hungry.
Red and yellow. Or
Red and
like-
yellow?
Yeah.
I'm
like-
sure they'd spend all this type of money to
Yeah. Well,
research.
that's a different science. That's a different science of color,
Yeah.
color
Yeah.
coding.
So I went to one of these seminars.
Right.
You can say something.
No. Yeah. No. Because I hate you already because I could feel you working on me. It's working on me because I'm already starting to think certain things. But okay.
But yeah, so technically, a lot of the stuff is related to the mind and how the mind processes things.
Right.
You know, and it kind of reminds me. This might sound silly, but if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a noise?
Absolutely, but you don't hear it.
Of course.
It actually doesn't make a noise.
If a tree,
It doesn't make a noise.
if you're not there to hear it,
Yeah, because all it does is it makes a vibration, but something needs to translate that vibration, or else the noise doesn't happen.
that's anything though. That's
Well,
that-
no.
'cause it's
You guys
way-
have a point because if a tree
Because-
fell in space, it wouldn't make any noise because
No, I mean even in the forest. If it falls in the forest,
Yeah.
because it doesn't make noise.
Yeah.
We hear it as noise.
Okay.
It just makes a vibration of some
Right.
type. But when we hear that vibration, it's translated.
right.
So a lot of stuff is like individual.
But you say when metal falls into the ground,
If there's no one to hear it, there's no noise. There's just vibration. Because that's what's going on there. The noise is when we translate the vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
So there's a lot of that going on.
so if we weren't here, it wouldn't make any
There'd be
noise.
no noise.
It's just the vibration that it hit the table. Okay, I'm getting this concept right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
when it comes to
Yes.
NLP,
Yes.
the NLP is a very fascinating science of mind.
Right.
And so we find out like some people, they don't have a future. Like when you say think of the future, so
Right.
they have no fucking goals.
Right.
They have zero goal. And then year after year, they don't accomplish shit.
Yeah.
They're frustrated. Their friends are frustrated. Their parents are frustrated. The marketers are happy as fuck. You know, because they just spend all their money trying to stay happy, but they have no future. They have no
Right.
drive, nothing. There's nothing to take them to that place.
Right.
Next level.
Right. So with hypnosis, with NLP, sometimes some people's future is messed up.
Right.
You know, so we got to fix that.
It's like when you go to the job and they ask you, what's your 5 years, you go see your next 5 years in the future. And they say, oh, probably go travel or something. Say something.
Exactly. And
Some people don't have nothing to say.
how many times have you heard this from women? I don't see a future with you.
Oh yeah.
Bro, if you can get into that future slot,
Yeah.
they'll fucking go all the way with you. Because you're in the future with them.
Can you use that
Of course you
on
can.
women?
Well, I mean, if you learn NLP,
Yeah.
you can definitely get into that future. Once you find out where she thinks of the future, you just
Yeah.
keep putting yourself there.
So there's like there's her vision, and then you just put your little picture of yourself.
Yeah, that's it. You just need to be in that.
Like, hey, here,
Yeah.
hey, I'm
Yeah.
here, I'm part of it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like maybe you could do like okay, so let's say her future is let's say over here, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So you'd be like, hey, could you imagine little baby Eric over here?
I love it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You know?
that's scary.
Yeah.
A baby puma.
Yeah, like a baby puma.
Yeah.
You
little,
know?
baby, little cub.
Yeah,
Little
yeah,
cub right here.
yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah. And then you just constantly point over there
you
and
say little
refer to
cup?
yourself.
Huh?
You say little cup?
Little cub.
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 Puma cub.
We see
Right
where
here.
your mind's at here.
I'm about to put my cub in. No, this is wrong.
Hey.
So anyway, there is phenomena like that.
Right.
And that's NLP.
Okay.
Now with hypnosis, what we do is hypnosis is okay. So in chronological order, let's go back to the healer, right? So
Yeah.
the healer tells me I got these abilities. I'm like, how do I use them, right?
Right.
So it's like, you know, someone saying, oh, you got this badass fucking equipment. I'm like, all right, well, how do I use it? Right?
Yeah.
It's like getting a new fucking iPhone, don't even know how it works, right?
Right.
Or a new laptop, and you're like, all right, I know this shit's powerful,
Right.
but how do we use it? So, so I think that's something everybody can relate to.
Right. Absolutely.
However, I'm going to tell you guys, every one of you is that iPad or iPhone or laptop. You know, you're just good as your programs. That's it. It's like some people got shit programmed, man. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not their fault, because you know what? All right, look, either you're gonna be some creative person and come up with your own programs. You're just gonna write code, right? And you can be something new. You can invent shit, or you're gonna be stuck with whatever the whatever's around you. So if you
Right.
got like shitty family that doesn't have much to offer, well,
Right.
that's what they have to offer.
Yeah.
You know, and
And I guess that's kind of how like why certain people
Can't persist in life.
and they kind of go into that cycle
Circle,
of like,
circle,
well,
circle, circle.
I'm surrounded by these type of people, so
well, think about this.
Yeah.
Okay, you grew up in an unhealthy environment, right? Where right is wrong and wrong is right. You know, like look at some of the shit that goes on here. Like, you know, you're kind of people that are like, oh, he's a simp. All right, they're like they consider you a loser.
Right.
Right. Now, if you're like ruthless, oh, he's a fucking G. Like, how the
Yeah.
fuck does that make you a G, man?
Right.
You know, you're just fucking like some people are just cruel.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That doesn't make them like nobody wants to be around them. It's just some few people.
It just seems like in society it's easier to be cruel than to be nice anyway.
You know what? For some people, but what happens is they just intimidate some people, and you know what? What it is a lot of times is a lot of these guys they just have a lot of money and status, and a bunch of like people they just because they don't have it they chase after it.
Yeah.
That's it. So you
well,
could.
there's the hangers on.
And you know what? When these people are so cruel to us, like these women and even our families, when they don't treat you with respect, and because you're not doing much in life and you don't have a nice car and you don't make whatever hundreds of $1,000s they think makes you okay person, right? Because there's a lot of people that you're a douchebag, but you make like $1 million a year. Oh
Right.
man, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, we're gonna go do that, right?
Yeah.
You know, but as soon as you lose that money, that
Right.
motherfuckers don't even want to be around you, right?
Exactly. Like,
So-
anyways, I gotta go.
But when it's like that, you got to say that some people are like, you know what? Fuck this. I used to work hard being decent and looking good. You know, I'm just going to go make the fucking money, be ruthless, right?
Right.
So that becomes their program. They're like, look, I tried being awesome, being nice and
Right.
kind and
Yeah, they
gentle
didn't
and
work.
honorable.
Yes.
And this is what I get.
Yeah.
And some people are like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
And sometimes people do this too in relationships
Yeah,
too.
in relationships, this happens all the time.
All the time.
Where if you something happens to you, your first girlfriend or your first boyfriend or whatever, and they do you dirty, you're gonna be like, oh, this is how somebody's gonna treat me. Now I'm gonna treat every person that I meet
Trash.
like trash.
Yeah, because now you know what happens?
Yeah.
Become savage.
You become savage, but literally you write some code.
Yeah.
The code goes, if I'm like this, I can expect
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when that happens,
You go to the extreme to the extreme.
yes, but that's the same as a 5-year-old writing code. I don't care if you're 30,
Right.
50, 70. Your code is only as good as the coder.
Right.
Okay, and the quality of the code. What I mean by that is program.
Yeah. Right.
Your thoughts, the way that you understand things, the way
Mm-hmm.
that it's not just understanding, you have to believe it.
Right.
Which means at some point you gotta forget some shit because they're conflicting. Look,
Okay, that I could ride with, because there are some things that sometimes, even myself, where I know I'm like the way I was when I was 18 is not the same now that I'm in my 40s.
Right.
Right. But I still notice that there's sometimes something in the back of your head that kind of threw me
still-
off.
it still lingers,
It
yeah?
still
It's
lingers.
Switch back to your.
Yeah.
And you would kind of revert,
because look,
even though I know I'm completely different. Even though I know like I have.
I'll tell you about your past life.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
You used to be a kid, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember what that kid was like?
I remember there's
You remember some fragments about
there's
it?
Fragments, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have so disassociated from that kid.
Yeah. There's feelings I remember being a kid, right? There's certain feelings I remember, like, oh, I loved this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I loved that.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Can you think like that kid?
That's
See, that's the because what's happened is
Yeah.
you've taken on a new program.
right. Yeah.
Even though some of that stuff is
Yeah.
there,
Yes.
but it's so far from there. It's just like it's so different.
Right. Absolutely.
You
That's
can't
why-
even remember it anymore. You literally you can't remember it because it's become you.
Yeah.
That's why I tell
It's
them
incorporated to the new.
when you're eight, and there's a 10, like your brothers, you don't want to hang out with an 8 no more. You want to hang out with a 10. Well, your new boys, they're 10s.
Like years old.
Yeah, 8 10. There's a gap already. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with you. There's a
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's an individual thing.
Yeah.
I think it's individual,
because
but
once you hit a 10 and a 13,
Well, I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
He's like, like if when you're 8, you're hanging with 8-year-olds, and then you turn 10 years. Let's say you get to 10.
Yeah.
Those kids that you were hanging out with 8, or like, that that are 8,
you have a new program.
they're like, oh, they're little kids. They don't
yeah,
they don't get me.
The program is individual to each person.
Right.
So that's the whole point.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's about like transitioning from one program to the other. Now, when trauma happens in a person,
Right.
the trauma could be like, Okay, so we find someone, and they have, like, a person will come to me and they're scared of cockroaches or spiders or bugs, right? And you know,
So you could get somebody to stop being scared of cockroaches, spiders, or
we can make them like them.
you can make somebody like something that they actually hated before.
Yeah, because what like for someone
I mean,
like that.
I got the idea.
Okay,
but-
so now when I work with someone, first I want to know where it came from.
right.
Where did it start? Did
Fear.
you always have this?
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
place where it comes from.
Right. So they can say, like, let's say it's ever since I can remember, ever since I was a kid.
Right.
Okay. So we find out that basically at some point, a parent, probably the mother,
Yeah.
you know, men are a little bit lower, you know, they're not scared of shit like that. But some guys are, I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the mother runs into the house. Okay, she runs into like the room, living room, whatever,
Right.
and she jumps on a chair and she's screaming out, kill it, ah.
God.
Yeah.
Right. So now you got a kid, maybe like, I don't know, 1 year old.
Yes.
She's seeing this woman. Could be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. But now she's seeing this
That they're afraid
woman.
of.
He'd never seen this woman this fucking scared, bro.
Yeah. And all over.
Never. She's.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, if,
Yeah.
like today, if somebody, like, if I don't know anybody like that you knew, like,
Right.
totally freaks out,
Right.
you'd be like, I don't know what it is, but it must be serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're gonna get concerned, right? You'll be like, Mom, calm down. What's going on?
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Right.
but also, you're gonna have chemicals going through your body. You're gonna kind of get into a
Yeah, because
certain.
then well, like
state.
if they're scared, maybe I should be scared.
That's the whole point. As a
Yeah.
kid, you can't see the world really.
Right.
You're actually kind of stuck seeing it from other people's eyes.
Oh, this is intense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, that happens a lot in society, and especially with family. Now, I believe a lot of families. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the term Stockholm syndrome.
Right. Stockholm
Ooh,
syndrome.
this is
That means
great.
that means they can go outside the street.
No.
No.
No, it's like
It's like
he'll-
if you get captured or if you get kidnapped, and the person that kidnaps you, you start falling in love with that person.
Oh,
Okay, it
It's
goes like
they,
this.
they become your friend, kind of.
yeah.
Yeah, you start
Um,
sympathizing.
You start
with your
sympathizing
captors.
with the captors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because what it is there was a case. There's a reason why they call it Stockholm syndrome. It's Stockholm, Sweden, I believe.
there was one a case, another one too. James Ramirez, the killer, serial killer.
Oh, yeah, they married.
Yeah,
That's different.
That's different?
That's different because those are just fans and groupies.
Yeah.
That's
the
different.
lawyer married the.
That's like a groupie kind of a
Yeah.
thing.
That's
That's probably why they were the lawyer, because
Yeah.
they were like, I will defend you because I love you. So some people are twisted,
No.
you know.
It's definitely something different, but it's
But
kind of
they
has
like
this-
what they like,
Yeah.
you know. But
Yeah.
but that's not Stockholm syndrome
That's
because
something.
Stockholm syndrome happens when it's actually a phenomenon. So the hostages were taken in Stockholm, Sweden, where there was in a bank. Some guys came and captured, I don't know, maybe a couple dozen people, and I think maybe it was like, I don't know, it was at least a couple of them, because a couple of them got married, but I think it might have been like 4 dudes or whatever.
Yeah.
And they like captured them, but when they would tell them when they could go to the bathroom, they tell them what they could do, when they could do it.
They were
So
they were trained then.
they were controlled.
Yeah. under
But
control.
while they were in this, they would like sit there and say, hey, you know, the reason we're doing this, you know, this is what we're doing and this is why. And then what happened was, after like 2 weeks or so, they give up. They just let the hostages go, and you know, the cops arrested them. And then later on, they find out 2 of the women that were hostages ended up fucking marrying these 2 guys. And then
Yeah.
the scientists were like, all right, bro, if it was 1, maybe, but 2, this is a phenomenon. We need to figure out what
Right.
the hell happened here.
Right.
So they figured it out. So they said that basically, when these people control everything that you do, when you can do, like when you can eat, when you could go to the bathroom, what you can wear,
So it's like a puppy master.
that's how, yeah, it's like not quite, but that's basically what it is.
Right.
But something happens in the brain, something triggers. Now, I believe that when we're growing up as kids, a lot of us have that
Right.
experience with our families, especially when you come from a really shitty family where they don't really give a shit about you.
Right.
You know, they really like, you're like, hey, I want to wear this. Nope, this is what you're wearing. You
Yeah.
know, and then so some program goes in your head where you start sympathizing with them, because should you rebel against them,
Right.
it could be bad.
Right.
Because these are not the nice fucking people who just gonna let you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we start liking these people.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because you might actually like your family as a kid and then
Right.
grow up and find out they're actually fucking douchebags. You know, and the whole time you
Yeah.
had this
Yeah, you
idea,
didn't- like-
you didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
You didn't fucking, you weren't aware.
I just was raised by you. Now I just
Yeah.
realized you're an a-hole.
Yeah. After 40 years, I fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
You guys had some strong ass brainwash. You know?
It's weird because I know these two sisters, right? The parent was really strict.
Mm-hmm.
Like wouldn't let them go out. The two girls.
Yeah, they love him, right? But do anything he says.
Like, well, one of them, like the mom was always like, no,
Yeah.
you cannot go out. Do everything wrong. It's evil. It's bad. You're gonna get pregnant. Don't talk to boys. Don't talk. So one sister is like, yes, fine. I'd rather not face your wrath and just listen to you.
Yeah, dominated.
And the other one was just like,
Rebel.
wait a second.
I do whatever I want.
Not necessarily what I want, but didn't agree with everything
Okay.
that they said.
They weren't polar opposites?
They weren't necessarily polar opposites. Like they're
Okay,
both
one
good
was
people,
not fully dominated.
but one was not dominated. One was like no,
Right,
like
stood up.
like they realized early on, like what you're saying. I know I think you're trying to tell me what to do is the
whole
right
time.
thing, but just seeing life in general, like it can't be that way. It's not true. So it's like, no, I can go out. I can do this. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go
Be a bad person.
be a
Rebel.
slut or be a rebel or,
Yeah.
but I can be my own person and still, while the other's just like, no, you, and then they would argue sometimes like, why are you going out? Like, why are you staying home? Right. But they were indoctrinated in a certain way. It's just
Yeah.
that they went two different paths. I mean, but they're still both good people. It's just,
Some people, they get totally dominated where
Yeah.
they lose their mind,
yeah.
in my opinion. The thing is,
Yeah.
okay, the crazy thing is, you guys think like you guys make your own decisions, right? And
I mean, we like to believe that. I mean,
we like to believe that.
yeah.
It makes
and there's a
you
lot of
feel
decisions
good.
that we do make.
It makes you feel
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do a demonstration.
Okay.
If you guys are brave enough,
Yeah.
it's really easy.
We're doing it on him because he already got me once.
Look,
and
I'm
like,
gonna get all of you guys maybe, but the thing is, this is
Okay.
not hypnosis.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay, this is really easy. All right.
okay.
So all you guys have to do is say white 10 times out loud. You guys at home,
Hold on.
Okay.
be
Where-
brave, and say white 10 times out loud, real fast. You guys too. Go. Let's do it. White,
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 white, white, white, white, white, white,
Good, faster.
white, white.
White.
All right, good. Now 10 more times, louder and faster. Hang on. After that, I'm gonna ask you a question. You guys answer as fast as you can.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
White, 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 white.
What do cows drink?
White. God.
Water.
Water.
Why don't you guys answer so fast? Okay, look.
Did I say white?
Yeah, you said white.
You were gonna because the
You
thing
said
is,
white.
you were
Eric
supposed
was
to say
about
milk.
to say milk.
No.
I was gonna say milk.
And Charles wanted to revise.
Hey.
Because
I did that on
I was
purpose.
gonna say red when you're all the time. I already-
White, red.
red.
Red. Because he was looking at the screen.
Hey, I've never tasted white before.
No.
White's not a good flavor for me.
No.
How about blue?
So
Okay. Anyways.
that's basically
Milk.
what happens.
Yeah.
Because you gotta.
'Cause you-
Because you were making us say the 20 times white.
Well, you associate.
Because I already program myself say something else before. Because I was going through a red. Well, you said what
But
I drink.
but the thing is, you associate.
So you
cow-
didn't follow instruction, basically. Okay. So that's the thing. If you don't follow instruction, a lot of times you won't get the gold.
Yeah.
If there is gold.
Yeah.
Now, when I do hypnosis, when I hypnotize someone, you
Right.
gotta want it. Okay.
Right.
Like when they pay my boy $84,000 to do a hypnosis, you better believe they want to get their
Yes.
money's worth.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're not gonna say no. I'm gonna think of something else because then they know that.
Bro,
it's
you're
not gonna work.
invested. You're invested.
You're invested in it. So you
Now-
want that change.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of healers, they say, look, if you don't pay, it's not gonna fucking work. You know,
Yeah.
because people don't take it seriously.
Right.
They're like, yeah, whatever, I could get it anytime, it's free, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have the same effect. But when you do get in there and you want it, because see, the thing is, there's an interesting phenomenon there, and you could have experienced it, but you robbed yourself of something. Now, if you guys want to try another one, I can do it.
One
But
more.
if you guys want
Yeah,
one,
let's try
But
it.
you gotta believe in it.
you just follow instruction.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really easy. All you do is
Okay.
say 10 times real fast.
All right.
10 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
10, 10, 10,
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
Go, go,
10,
go.
10,
Do it again.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
Quick.
10, 10, 10,
Louder.
10, 10,
Good.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,
Good.
10, 10.
Now, okay, 10 more times, louder and faster.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
What are aluminum cans made of?
Aluminum.
Why do you guys take so long to answer?
I was gonna say 10. I was gonna say 10.
Because he was like thinking about it.
I was gonna say 10.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say?
No, I had to think what you say. What was made of aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You're the only one brave enough to freaking answer. That's
Yeah.
why. I know everybody was thinking the same thing. And see,
I answered before him though.
I know you wanted to.
Well,
You're like
no,
aluminum.
it's aluminum.
But you know what? See,
Yeah.
the thing is this.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are expecting me to trick you somehow, right? So that's why you guys are a little bit cautious.
I wasn't cautious. I let it go.
And you know what? And you should. But now there's a lot of stuff out there
Right.
that you're being tricked on, and you think you're making that decision.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
called government. This is called social media.
Right.
This is called everything you're freaking exposed to, your own family. It's
Right.
all of this stuff that you're exposed to. Commercials. Commercials is that getting exposed to something 20 times, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, I think I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking decided that. Yeah, good job, bro.
Don't
But
get
you-
me wrong. Like,
but
I-
did
That's
you
marketing.
decide
That's
that?
marketing right there.
I don't like Whoppers, but for some reason I've seen that.
You been craving for it?
Sounds so good.
It sounds like it's really good right now.
You know, and that's what they do is
Yeah.
is they start saturating your mind in a certain way. Now you got a whole new set of memories coming in,
right?
and that's actually what we
It's
do.
a straight up Clockwork Orange kind of thing,
which is
dude.
funny because that's like a thing where people like you'll play a jingle, and you'll instantly associate it with like, oh, I remember.
Yes, and that's why McDonald's is so freaking.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Damn you. Yeah.
See, like McDonald's, right? Now, look, have you guys ever been lost? Have you guys ever missed your exit and been so fucking lost you don't know where you're at?
No.
But
Like maybe once, but I'm really good
All right.
about where I'm at.
Yeah.
All the time.
So if you get lost, like really in a foreign place,
Yeah. Yes.
anything that reminds you of anything you know,
Yeah.
will make you comfortable. So once you see that McDonald's,
Yeah.
Right.
you're like, fuck, I know everything on the menu, bro. I don't have to,
Right.
you know, like literally, like it makes you comfortable.
Yeah.
You
so I'm gonna speak to that because like I was in Italy for 2 months, right? And like right outside my hotel room was a McDonald's. It was the only thing that was very remotely close to what I recognized. And yeah, I had that same feeling. It's like I walked in, I'm like,
Safe zone.
I know exactly what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get double. Oh, they don't have doubles here. Not double, quarter pounders.
No, they have. Don't tell me the Royale with cheese.
No, they didn't have double quarter pounders. They have quarter pounds, but not double quarter pound. Anyway, but the point being is like I already knew what was on the menu.
Yeah.
It just how do you say it in Italian?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh shoot.
You know, which was quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you recognize in
No,
Italy?
But see, but it gave him a
But
sense
just,
of comfort.
Yeah,
it was like
it
this.
was more of a sense of comfort because it
Dos.
was something.
Número
It's
dos.
uno.
Uno?
Shit.
Uno?
Un-
Come on.
No, it's not. It's. Damn, I forgot how to speak Italian.
You can say number one. How do you say
Una,
it? Una.
due,
Due.
tres,
Cuatro?
God. Cuatro.
cuatro, cinque.
Cinque. Yeah.
It's not sure. It should have been so difficult.
So it's like
But
that.
anyway.
It's
Yeah,
like
anyway.
that
Yeah,
to the
but
mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because you've been exposed to it so many times,
you're
there's
so
a sense of
used to it.
comfort there.
Yeah.
Okay. And now when it goes to hypnosis,
Right.
now I have to erase people's memories,
Mm-hmm.
alter them, erase them. Now we were talking about this kid that at the age of let's say 5, seen the mama freaking out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so a program was written by a 5-year-old. Can you imagine code written by a 5-year-old?
Right.
The code looks like this. It's retarded.
Yeah.
It's like cockroach. Bro, cockroach touches you, you will die instantly. Instantly, the worst shit's gonna happen.
Right.
Okay?
Freak out, running out like they're on
Right.
fire.
Right. Like it's the cockroach extremely deadly.
Yeah.
That's the code.
Yeah.
Cockroach equals death. Or the worst thing you can even imagine. Right?
Yeah.
So you're an adult, and you know what? We give it the highest level of security because it's survival. Survival is based on it. It's like, do not ever change this. Don't ever forget this.
Yes.
Okay, if you look at any of the trauma things that you went through,
Right.
it ends up being some code like that gets written in. You're like, I will never do this again because I don't want this to happen ever again.
Right.
Even though you can misunderstand the situation really bad.
Right.
And you know, we misunderstand even each other all the freaking time.
Yeah.
So you got people who don't understand. They write shit code, and they do this all the time.
Right.
Okay. Now, could you imagine what that guy's life's gonna look like?
Oh, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, he's just kind of locking
Yeah.
himself in new
Yeah.
boxes. He's
Yeah.
created a prison of thoughts.
Yeah.
No.
And they end up not doing anything.
He can't do anything. He
Yeah.
just painted himself in a corner.
Right.
You know, they're like, look at the people you know in your life, and
Yeah.
look at the successful people and how big their world is.
Yeah.
And look at those people who their world is like, they see like maybe 7 people throughout the months.
Right.
The same 7 people, and like the places they go is like maybe 15 places, which
Right.
fucking probably 10 of them are the supermarket, you know, gas station.
Right.
You know, their world is like this small. You know, it's like the old people,
Yeah.
but they're young.
They're limited their mind.
They just made their world
Yeah.
so small, and they've created
It's-
all these ideas of
Yeah.
the world and how they fit in it.
It's like a sample. I'll give a sample. During the COVID, everybody had to wear the mask. And now these days, they still gotta wear the mask because they fear to go get sick.
Well, I've
Even
seen
though they
them
don't
wearing a
have to.
mask in the car.
That's
In
what
the
I'm
car
saying.
by
That's what I'm saying.
themselves.
That's the mentality they put in themselves. Oh shit, I can't
Yeah.
take my mask because I'll go get sick.
Because I'm too weak.
Yeah.
But it's because
get-
it's everything's been normal. Everything's now normalcy. Everything's been normalized for them.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
that's-
they
well,
bought they
no,
they
that's-
bought into a program.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
They
Well,
built a
but
program
that's
for
what I mean.
Just a
themselves.
sample, big sample of that.
They're like, look, you know what? I can't risk this. I feel safer with this.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
like some people are like, you know what? I'm just not gonna have sex because I'm never gonna get an STD. You know,
Right.
I can't risk it.
Yeah.
Too fucking risky.
So let me tell you the interesting thing, because you just brought this up to me, talking about like having preconceived ideas. So you know, I have a driving school, teach people how to drive, right? I've taught thousands of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, this is
I
a
would think
psychology. This is
maybe tens of thousands by
tens
now.
of thousands. This is a psychology of this.
Yeah.
The hardest student for me to teach, the one to teach them how to drive,
The stubborn ones.
no, it's the ones that drove in another country.
Oh, because they have preconceived. Yeah.
For me, the
Yeah.
easiest person is somebody who's
Had no
never
experience.
no experience,
Right,
because
right.
I could say, well, this is how we do
I
it.
like that,
and
yes.
I train them
They
in the
said
right,
this.
and they learn the right way from the beginning.
Right.
I
they
told
only
them-
have one way of
Yeah,
doing
and
it.
I'll tell them like, oh, you heard something from your mom, your dad told you how
Yeah.
to do this, or your cousin.
Forget that.
Forget that. Just don't listen to that. Listen to me only.
Right.
And
right.
I get them, but the ones that came from like
Oh,
it doesn't matter what country,
Really?
any freaking
What makes-
Mexico,
what makes-
Asia. Like I have people
What
coming
makes it
from
so
Asia.
difficult?
Oh shoot.
What is it?
It's this. It's because the rules are so different from other places to here.
Gotcha.
Like here we have so many rules.
Okay.
We have so many rules.
More than
here.
other countries, right?
Every other country.
They just drive freestyle in a
Feel
lot of
like,
places. Huh?
like I know how a Filipino person drives, just like this. When
Okay.
they're in the Philippines, they never stop at any fucking stop
Oh,
sign.
shoot.
They never stop, but they slow down at every intersection.
Yeah.
Every intersection.
Yeah.
Okay. They'll slow down. They'll look and just take off.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I'm like, oh, you're such a Filipino driver.
Well, I mean,
and
that's-
then I
again,
have to like erase what they. So I'm
Yes, so
I have
basically-
to erase
It's
what
like-
they've
it's-
already known
it's the same
and then
thing-
retrain them.
you're
That's
exactly
Yeah.
doing what I do.
right. That's what I'm saying. When you're telling me what you're doing,
You're exactly doing the exact same thing.
yeah.
It-
I don't know how good I'm doing it sometimes.
I
Because
think
sometimes it's very difficult.
I think you're probably doing it brilliant.
Yeah.
But some of these people
Right.
are very, very stubborn.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So my job as a hypnotist
Yes.
is your mind has security. Okay.
Right.
It looks like bouncers at a club. So the way it works is this. If you know how it is, we try to get into these good clubs and they're like,
Right.
No. Right. And then you'll see a bunch of like some other people will come and they'll just walk through and
yeah.
The fuck? What just
Yeah.
happened?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So my job is like, so the boys need to get in the club. We need to get in the
Somehow
club,
in one
right?
way or another.
So so my job is to sneak us through the security. So the security so when we come out, security comes out and they're like, no. Okay. So what we do is we send a diversion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I send like a Lady Gaga with the meat suit on. Okay.
I love it.
And the
I love
security
the
sees this Lady
visuals.
Gaga with the
Yeah.
meat suit, and they're like, "Fuck!" They just get out of the way, right? Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sure, of course, yeah. And we just walk. We just walk
Right
in
next to
behind her.
them?
Yeah, they don't know we're not supposed
Like,
to be
oh,
there.
we're with her. We're like,
Yeah, we're the party entourage.
We're
Right?
part- yeah.
They're like, "Oh, well, you guys ever done that at
Yeah,
the club,
I
right?
feel like they've done that with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically how it is. Is you got to create a confusion for the mind, and then we can sneak in.
I did that this Friday. I had to give you that little cord.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a long ass line. Like they're like, go to the back of the line. I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to give this to the DJ. Oh,
Yo, go ahead.
go straight past everybody. I was like, that's all I had. So all I have to do is bring a cord to distract them to get into the club, just so I could give him his cord. And I was like, that's it. Like in my mind, I was like, that's interesting.
It. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Shit, I should go
No.
every DJ. Say,
So
yeah,
it could either be a Lady Gaga meat suit or,
Or,
this stupid plug that we have right here. Because it was that plug that I had to give it to him.
Yeah, see, that's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. Now we get through the security. Now, however,
Yes.
there's some people, like I think Charles would be one of them, that he would fight it. Okay, because I think Charles is the type of person who wants to stay in control.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
correct.
So because of that, he will fight it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean he can successfully fight it all the time,
Right.
but he's gonna try to fight it. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have extra security.
Oh. So it's like bouncer and then another bouncer.
He won't follow the instruction.
Yeah.
He'll just be like, all right, if I follow the instruction, I'm gonna go under, so I just won't listen. I'll just think something else.
Yeah.
I just won't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how some people do it.
Yeah.
Which sometimes people are really disappointed because they don't know like what kind of treasure is at the end of that experience.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Look, it's like this. A lot of times, there's a lot of opportunities in life where people invited you to things and offered you things, and you just didn't take them, right?
Right.
Right.
And sometimes you got to think that, what if I did? I'm sure we have, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, man,
Yeah,
I
so
should
what
have
if-
fucking
what
went.
if-
Like,
what
this
if-
could have led
Yeah.
to something amazing,
Of
right?
course.
Yeah. Like,
Which
there
I'm more open now at this in my life right now. I'm more open to that, like opportunities.
Right. Well, you know what? The thing is this. I love the way someone said it. Okay.
Okay.
They said, pick your pain. Pick your pain.
You pain or playing?
Pain.
Pain.
Oh, you're paying.
Like,
Pain.
you're not happy where you're at now.
No.
To get out of that situation, you're gonna have to do something that's gonna be uncomfortable.
No.
But it's also not comfortable where you're at now.
Right.
Which discomfort do you want?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't like your body, it hurts, it doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
To go to the gym, it's gonna hurt.
Right.
It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be painful.
Right.
It's a different kind of pain. But this is the pain that it's gonna take for you to get out of your permanent pain.
Right.
Which doesn't have to stay permanent. But should you look, that's why he said, pick your pain. You can stay where you're at and it's painful, or you can painfully work your way out of this situation. Because it's not fucking gonna be easy.
Right.
All right, this shit didn't get fucked up overnight. It's not
Right.
gonna get fixed in one night. But you'll be surprised. You will be surprised if you can do a 1% improvement every day. It gets fucking crazy, bro. In 1 year, you know how much you can improve? Just take a wild guess. Just get crazy. If you make 1% improvement every day, at the minimum, what do you think you can improve?
If you make it 1% every day, you
With
would make-
compound.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
just-
that's thousands
bro,
of percent.
it's
millions.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
No.
In 1 year, in 365 days.
Yeah.
Take a guess, Eric. Go. 1% improvement a day.
Compounded? I don't know, 3,000%.
That's a pretty good guess. So what is that? 30-fold?
Yeah. About, yeah.
What about you?
I was gonna say like a million.
What?
1 million.
1 million.
What about you, Charles?
I'll say 2,500%.
It's about 37 times. You were the closest.
Yeah.
But look, it only looks like 1%.
Yeah.
That's the crazy fucking part, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys ever made money like trading or
I wasn't
investing,
trying to do math, by the way.
he can do that. Hey, that's what Bitcoin did, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it did even more than that.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you is this.
But people
That-
don't realize that 1% is
That's
will
the
make.
thing.
They,
That's
don't,
the 1%
they can't,
makes
they
a huge
can't see the
difference.
1%. They say, "Oh, that's nothing. Why should I even bother to do it every
Yeah.
single day?"
You guys seen that one penny
Yeah.
doubled a day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you tell someone I'll give you a penny doubled a day for 30 days, or I'll give you like 100,000, they'll take the 100,000 almost every time, unless they know how this shit works.
Yeah.
Do you know what happens if you double it every day for 30 days? It ends up being like $5 million.
No.
I know it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like the mind cannot even comprehend it.
Okay.
It's
Because
all the
they
it's all
see
the
it so
Because it
little.
starts with a
So I-
penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A penny, so a penny, then
Turns
there's
into 2
penny,
cents.
2 cents.
Yeah, I know.
turns
And
into
then
4
2
cents.
Yeah,
I
and
know-
you're like, bro, this
Yeah.
is going nowhere.
I know where you're going from. The Bitcoin started like
Yeah.
less than a
Yeah.
penny. So
Yeah, so $1 million Bitcoin is
Yeah.
coming at some point. But
Yeah.
but you know what? Forget about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The best investment you can do is in yourself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Because look,
Yes.
even though, like, think about this. That little effort that you're gonna do right now, it's that penny doubling into 2.
Yeah.
It looks like nothing, bro. When everybody comes, they're gonna be like, bro, you ain't done shit.
it's like giving another example. Like you're overweight. If you do 1 pound every day, I mean, yeah, lose a pound every day. You
Right.
get frustrated. Like fuck that. Why should I even bother?
Now, Charles, you know when this double the penny every day thing gets crazy?
When?
I think it's about like the 25th day. It doesn't look like you're still in the thousands until like, I don't know, I think it's like day 25 or something.
Right.
It doesn't get crazy. But think about it. Let's just rewind it. When you got like 5 million, and then the day before that you had 2.5 million.
Right.
And the day before that you had a million two.
Yeah.
And the day before that you only had
800. No,
like 600. And the day before that you only had 300,000.
Yeah.
It doesn't like you can't even understand what the fuck happens after day 25.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even seem real.
Yeah.
So your life can be that too. Okay? That's the thing. Because you're taking, look, you're starting with this. They're like, oh, my life ain't shit. I can never get to anywhere. Like amazing, right?
Right.
You're not fucking doubling. You're not putting in the work. That's why.
Effort.
Yeah. So you're comfortable in this fucking painful place. Actually, this is what happens.
Right.
I'm in this fucking prison cell and I can never get out. So let's just get as comfortable as we can. Actually, I got an even better idea. Let's forget we're even here. Let's just drink. Let's get high. Let's go find some type of distraction and forget how fucked up our life is. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a program. You're like, hey, I got a solution, bro. Let's just forget about this. And you can do that forever.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're 40 years old, you're 30 years old, you're 50 years old. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. At some point, every boy's gotta become a man. Okay? I don't care if it's at 60, 50, 40, or 15. Okay? There's cultures that until you go kill it, this is called the Masayan. It's an African tribe. Until you go kill your own lion with your own spear, you can't get any help. The homies can't come.
Yes, that's your journey.
You're not a man until you come back with your own fucking lion. And you know what? There's things in your life that you've done and that's been your fucking lion.
Yeah.
You guys know.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's some things that you needed to do that you never did. You guys never got to that.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And look, it don't matter, bro. If you in that tribe, if you're 15-year-old and you kill a lion, you're a man.
You're a man. Automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Yeah. Automatic. Bro, if you're 60 years old and you didn't kill that lion,
You never were
you're
a man.
still a boy.
Yeah.
The 15-year-old will call you a boy.
Like I definitely understand that concept because it's like that the arrested development kind of situation where
For sure.
you get stuck in a certain pattern, you get stuck in certain situations.
You got a program.
Yeah.
Now sometimes
that you felt like that's all you don't see anything
no
else
more.
outside of that.
right.
Yeah, that situation.
And the program is so and then it's really weird because sometimes we break out of those programs temporarily, right?
Right.
And then you go back to the same people, they start infiltrating your life, and then you go back to the same household, the same community, and eventually you could revert back. And this is actually the
Scary,
crazy
no?
thing.
That's the scary part. You go back to the.
Well, go live with your parents and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, you revert back to that kid.
Yeah.
A lot of times people end up becoming like dysfunctional again, like they
Yeah.
were, if they were dysfunctional growing up.
Right.
And it's really fucked up. Like I went to live with my parents and I was like, man, I can't do stuff, you know, and I felt incompetent and shit.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, Dave, you fucking bro, you did, like the shit you did, you know, like all the stuff you did is like so insane, and you fucking succeeded on a high level.
Right.
Okay, and you lived outside of your parents' house for 20 years. You come live with them for like 8 months and you fucking lost all your fucking abilities.
It's like I always had a.
It's just fucking leaked out. It's gone.
It's like a saying that like you graduated first grade, second grade, third grade, and somehow you went back to
That's what you did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You just like drop everything, went back.
Yeah.
To,
You went back into the sandbox.
yeah.
That's what happens. Like, just imagine, someone takes you back to like high school or junior high, but you're like a grown man now, but you'd like fit in somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like playing the role now.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Well, on a different way you can say it too. Like say you started a dishwasher, a busboy, a bartender, and somehow you go back to dishwashing. Like there's no purpose to go back again. Move on forward.
It's true. So there's these like the environments can change us. I mean, if you really want to change, I think it's good to go to a brand new environment where you could be a whole new character. You guys ever done that?
Yeah. Change your environment to be in something. Yeah. I mean,
You could go to another country like for some time, and then you're like, all right, here I'm gonna be this guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel like that's true. I mean,
Or going to Las Vegas, say, oh, I'm a fucking somebody important.
Well, yeah, like you become a different person
you can
in different
recreate
places.
You make a new character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Like
you're
absolutely.
Like, this is who I am here. This
Yeah.
is. But as soon as mom shows up, you can be like, oh yeah, you're a break character,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like as soon as you see some people that you're gonna break character.
Yeah.
But if you're in a new place, you're like, hey, you know what? I can be just this. They don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be this new guy.
Yeah.
And it's actually kind of liberating in a way
Yeah.
for some people. And the crazy thing is,
Yeah.
some environments will embrace you different.
Yeah.
So some people, they don't really appreciate you because they're just whatever the hell their issue
Right.
is. They just can't really appreciate
Right.
you, because I don't know. It's like people who like dogs and they don't like cats. So you
Yeah.
might have the most beautiful cat. They can't appreciate that.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck a cat is.
Yeah.
They like dogs.
you gotta teach them how to. Because cats.
You
are,
know what?
No, you
I
gotta-
used to hate cats.
Look,
Now
man,
I
I'm gonna
think they're
tell you
adorable.
some environments. I mean, I'm just using cats and
Yeah,
dogs, but
it's
look,
just
when it comes to us, we're just people, right?
Right.
And some people will just look at our face and our color and how we speak, and
Right.
they're like, we don't like this guy.
Right.
We don't like.
Yeah.
Why don't you like me? Oh, just don't like you. That's it. That's a good enough excuse for them, right?
That's all they need. Just,
Yeah.
"Ah, just don't."
Yeah, like they discriminate,
Right.
and then you go to another place, and they fucking love you, right?
Right. You're
Yeah.
just you're like, oh my, wow, where have you been?
Yes.
Why haven't you been
Th-
here?
They're like, oh my god, they're like,
Yeah.
people are just, bro.
a pedestal.
Yeah, everybody's trying to snatch you up, bro. Everybody wants to be your friend. All the women want you. And you know what? The way I consider that, it's like being a hot girl in a gay club, right? Like they just don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah.
those women feel kind of uncomfortable. It's actually a great place to pick up women because no one gives a shit about them, right? So, well, in a regular club, they get all this attention.
Right.
Here's the thing I used to do for what's called Lyft. I was picking up some gay guys and one female. And she like, oh, I go get all drunk and everything. Like, oh, don't worry, babe. We're going to take you care of. We're going to let nobody get close to you. But I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure she want to get somebody get close to her.
Yeah.
To talk to her, take her away.
But she had her wall of
Gay friends.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes people come to the parties of like they have a gay friend, so they come to their birthday party or
Yeah.
something, but they're not gay. They're
Right.
they're not lesbian. They're just a
Yeah.
hot chick,
Yeah.
right? And they're bored as fuck because now
Yeah.
in the regular club, all these guys would approach her,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
over there, no one cares.
Nobody
They
cares.
don't-
Yeah.
They're just not on no one's radar.
Yeah.
Right.
There's just a couple guys who are not gay that are just looking for girls like that, right? And yeah, that's actually your strategy. Now what I'm
try
trying
that
to
out.
say is like you got to be in the right environment, and then based on the environment, the way that it starts responding to you, it can start changing your program.
Right.
Okay, like if you guys let's say you guys blew up big time,
Yeah.
right? Bro, your confidence would be through the roof.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yeah.
if you imagine you're
Yeah.
just going down the street and women are harassing you, like just imagine a life where just it's like it's actually difficult for you to do things because like people recognize you. They'll recognize you, and then
Yeah.
then you're like, bro, this is a 300th autograph today. Like,
Leave me
just
the fuck alone.
just come in
Yeah,
a
not
half
today.
hour. Yeah,
Not
like
today.
not today. I'm not feeling it today.
I'm not feeling it
Yeah.
today.
Then you go say, oh, he's a stuck-up asshole.
Yeah.
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 But you
so
get-
it's
She
your,
doesn't get the
it's your
part.
fault.
We're exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah. But imagine like
Well,
life
that's-
can
that's-
change like that.
Well, that's what we're saying. The image of the female, she goes think, oh, this guy's an asshole. We're not knowing the truth.
Right.
Well, yeah, people have their own.
It's just a
ideas.
demand on them.